Greetings, and welcome back to my Enderverse book review series. This is my spoiler review of Earth Awakens, a science fiction novel from 2014. It is the third book in the Enderverse saga, as well as the third book in the first Formic Wars trilogy written by Orson and Aaron Johnston. Earth Awakens is a direct sequel to Earth of Fire that recounted the initial phase of the first Formic invasion of Earth. The invasion was focused on China because of its population density, and the Formics have been terraforming there after their three landers burrowed into the ground. The last novel ended with Mazer Rackham and Widow Tool's MOPs, Mobile Operations Police, destroying one of the landers with a nuke they placed below the lander by digging underneath it. However, since they did it without authorization, the third novel begins with them being held in custody of Chinese General Sima. Bingwen, the latest uber-intelligent child character that has become a trademark of Card's writing, was saved by Mazer Rackham and devises a plan to get Mazer and Wit released. He spreads word over the internet that they were acting under Sima's orders and gives Sima full credit for the destruction of the lander. Sima is then forced to work with them for fear of public backlash. Meanwhile, Victor Delgado, the Venezuelan asteroid miner, and Imala Bootstamp drift to the alien Mothership, disguised to avoid being destroyed. They disguise themselves as wreckage so the Formics won't detect them. Victor manages to enter and explore the vessel. They survive a failed drone attack on the alien ship, and after getting away again, confront Lem Jukes, who they suspect was involved in the attack. It was actually launched by Lem's father, Uko Jukes. Lem tried to stop or delay it. Based on what he has learned, Victor devises a plan to capture the Mothership, and reluctantly accepts Lem's help in carrying it out. The MOPs, including Wit and Mazer, are recruited to become the rest of Victor's boarding party. Despite Victor's objections, Imala volunteers as well. When the Formics detect the intruders, all of their forces on Earth leave to go to their ship's defense. Lem leads a force to hold them off, resulting in a fierce space battle. Aboard the Mothership, Wit has to sacrifice his life, exposing himself to quickly lethal levels of radiation. But Victor's plan succeeds and the ship is captured intact. However, Victor's cousin Edamar backtracks the path of the alien ship and discovers that it was only a scout ship. The real Mothership is reconfiguring itself into a battle fleet that will arrive in about 5 years. Earth Awakens is my favorite book of the series up to this point. We have grown to love the characters of Victor, Imala, Bingwen, Mazer, Wit, and even Lem Jukes. There are some really touching and well-written scenes, especially Wit's death scene, and the scenes of Victor exploring the Formic scout ship are gripping. It features interesting geopolitical machinations that we will see more of in the Shadow series, and there is plenty of new tech that is explored. The book ends with Uko Jukes being appointed as hegemon of Earth. This is a position that many of us read about in Ender's Game over 30 years ago. It is satisfying that Card flushes out the history of these concepts in these prequel novels. Next we'll be moving on to the fourth book of the Enderverse saga, and the first book of the second Formic Wars series, The Swarm.